Alright, Schlockmeisters fans, we're going to watch something here called Deadly Strangers with Hayley Mills and... Is that Jeffrey Dahmer? Let's check it out. The film starts in a loony bin. And the murder. By an unseen assailant. I guess our killer's not done yet. Our killer has now escaped the mental institution and is running over somebody on her way out.
Are you late today, Jim?
Yeah, got held up. Some nutters escaped from Greenwood.
Dangerous?
Yeah, roadblocks all over.
Is that our nut? Enter Hayley Mills. She plays Belle. She's Mr. Train and she's hitching a ride with a semi driver.
What's the trouble?
I thought we settled the fare.
There.
Yeah, fare.
Well, she got away from the truck driver who took off, and then this guy, Steven, basically helps her. He gives her a ride. You'd think she'd be shy of hitchhikers at this point, but... So anyway, she still wants to hit this train, so he gets out to look at the train station and determine whether or not there is one coming. She snoops at some of his mail, I guess. And he's going to pretend there is no train.
Anywhere around here.
I think he likes her and wants her to stick around.
Look, I've got some business to do with Southcliffe. There's a small hotel that I sometimes stay near there. They're bound to have some rooms. Well, what do you say?
We then get some flashbacks for both of our characters. This is Belle when she was younger. That's her parents. They were in a car accident. She survived, they did not. They stop at a gas station and the female gas attendant there has to change her clothes at some point, and our guy Steven spies on her. Moments later, right before they leave, she is killed. The two of them head out down the road. They get passed by these cyclists who are messing with them. Kind of a road rage thing going on here between both of them, actually.
What are you doing? For God's sake, stop! Will you stop?
We get more flashbacks.
I told you before, it's nothing to do with you.
This time from Steven's
What
side.
is it then?
He's a voyeur, sexual problems,
It's difficult to talk about.
pervert.
Did you say something?
The next morning, Belle goes out to get some food at the grocery store. Steven thinks she just left him, so he took off in a huff, and now she's alone.
Both the pleasure and the privilege of offering
She
you
finds
a
an
ride
old
in
codger
this
to give her the ride now.
Oh, I hasten to assure you that my offer is made with the very best of intentions. In fact, I would even go so far as to say that you should feel highly honored, perhaps even flattered. For you've been fortunate enough to encounter someone who is both,
He buys her lunch, they spend the afternoon together. Odd couple.
Alternatively, of course, we could always dine on the yacht, you know? Cook could always rustle up a little, shall we say, a little cold pheasant.
More
So
flashbacks.
this is what you like. Well, no wonder you couldn't make it. You want me to whip you then?
wind sifted through your hair.
He's fallen for her.
Mr. Robards,
Miss Adams.
I give in.
Then Stephen finds them.
Is that the young man you were telling me about? Well, looks like I'll be having dinner alone then, huh?
Did you just disappear like that?
I hadn't been gone 10 minutes and you drove past. I saw you.
How was I?
Well, later on, the old guy found a newspaper and he's like, hey, he's wanted. So he tries to chase them, but they're able to elude him. Drive him off the road, actually. Same thing happens when they're at a local pub.
The police. Get them here, like yesterday.
We get another flashback to her uncle.
My name looks so shocked, Belle. I've seen it all before. And I think I used to hold you on my knee.
They end up at a hotel where he's got himself a peephole to spy on Belle. Belle has a copy of a newspaper. Look at that. Another flashback to her pervy uncle when she was younger. And we figure out the root of Belle's problems. So she slammed Uncle up against the bedpost there, momentarily knocking him out. And if you look closely at the newspaper, Belle is the one who escaped from the mental hospital. And now he's gonna pay. And they juxtapose this scene of choking him with what she did to her uncle many years ago. She killed them both. Our film ends with the cops showing up, Belle being arrested, and taken away. Alright, let's talk about this movie, Deadly Strangers. This is a movie that I actually have on a pre-recorded VHS tape. It was put out by Paragon back in the 80s. Paragon is one of my favorite VHS, pre-recorded VHS companies. They had a lot of rare stuff, weird stuff, a lot of which has never been put on DVD. Now, this is an actual official DVD. However, it's clearly a VHS rip. My VHS probably looks as good as this, if not better. This is put out by Cheesy Flicks, and they do a lot of stuff just like that. So picture quality, not great, as you saw. So not letterbox, nothing like that. So anyway, the movie itself is kind of decent, I thought anyway. It stars Haley Mills. Now, the movie starts out with somebody breaking out of a mental institution. We don't see who it is, so it's kind of a mystery. Kills two people on the way out, a third person once they get in the car. Next thing you know, we flash forward to the next day or something. News is out that some escaped killer has gotten out. And we see Haley Mills, she plays Belle, show up at this restaurant, gas station, whatever it is. And there's this guy there named Steven who looks a little shady, and we're led to believe, oh, that must be our killer. Well, Belle missed a train. She needs to hitch a ride with the semi-driver. The semi-driver tries to take advantage of her. She ends up hopping out, and she basically gets rescued by this Steven guy, this creepy-looking guy from the gas station area. So she goes with him for a while. They have a few adventures, I guess. They stop at a gas station, get some gas, and as they're leaving, the gas station attendant, this woman, is killed. Again, we don't see the assailant. We assume it's Steven. There's a road rage incident where Steven actually runs over a motorcyclist, knocks him off his bike, perhaps kills him. So we're definitely led to believe he's a crazy fucker, right? So anyway, the next day, she goes to get some food. They stayed at a hotel or something. Steven thought she left, so he took off, and he was just gone. And she ended up hitching a ride with this other guy, some old guy who kind of fell in love with her in the span of an hour. But then Steven finds them, and then she runs off with Steven again. They spend the night at a hotel. We see flashbacks throughout the film, periodic flashbacks of what happened to each of them. Steven was a pervert, a voyeur. In fact, he's spying on Belle in this movie as well through little peephole. Belle, on the other hand, was assaulted by her uncle as a child or a late teen, something like that. And then we see a newspaper that says, maniac on the loose, and we see a picture of Steven. But then later on, we see another, we see the whole shot of that newspaper. Turns out there's a picture of her. She's the maniac. Belle is the maniac. And it says, this man it could be in trouble. And that's the picture of Steven that we saw. So now we know that Belle was the one who escaped from the mental institution. And as we're learning that, she ends up choking Steven and killing him. And then we see the flashback how she choked and killed her uncle as well. The film ends with them dead, and the police show up and arrest Belle and take her away. That's our film. So anyway, those were two deadly strangers. Belle was obviously the serial killer, the escape from the mental hospital. But Steven had some issues too. He was a perv, a voyeur, and he was always spying on people, women, and he killed that guy on the motorcycle too. So he was no prize. But whatever, that's Deadly Strangers. Now, back in the late 90s, early 2000s, this movie was pretty sought after. This is before it had been released on DVD. The VHS was highly sought after. Could be also because Hayley Mills had a couple of nude scenes in it, which she did not do a lot of that in her career. But probably her best nudity is in this film right here. Topless, her butt is shown too, as I recall. So, but anyway, yeah, that's it. So anyway, that's Deadly Strangers. I like this movie. Decent movie. It always reminds me of Twisted Nerve, which I reviewed about a week ago here. Also starring Hayley Mills. Two good movies by her. So check it out. Leave some comments. Let me know what you think about Deadly Strangers. Watch it. Bye.